So, hi, welcome back. This is Sublime Media. I'm Jonas, and today I'm going to show you some reissues and new music, I guess, or newish music. So I have about 40 records that I'm going to show you. I'm going to shoot by them pretty fast. So pause it, write down or something like that, and do the research if something looks interesting. I'm going to say what I recommend or not and how they sound and stuff like that, as usual. But before we do, cue music. Okay, so we're gonna start with a pretty nice record. This is going out with a bang. This is Karma with Pharoah Sanders, 1970. A fantastic record, sort of pre-Coltrane. You have Leon Thomas, Reggie Workman, Ron Carter on this one. This is the Verve series that Acoustic Sounds released, and this was not cheap, but I'm really glad I got it. I've been looking for a early pressing or a original press of this for I don't know how long, and it's super hard to get, and they are going up in price. Sound wise, this is probably as good as you gonna get it. Highly recommended, obviously. And in that sort of same series, we got this one also, Acoustic Sound, and I actually got this used, which is just a mind bender. The guy didn't like the music, and yeah, I do. This is Gil Evans Orchestra out of the Cool, one of the early ones, I think, in the Impulse catalog. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that the Karma, you can't put this in an ordinary sort of sleeve because it's too thick. So it's I don't know what to do with it, or if this is going to be the only record that I don't sleeve. I don't know. So the next one is actually a local band, but don't be put off by that. They are super good, and they sound like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers all the way through, and there are only 3 guys. Melodic Flute, we're keeping it together from 2019, and they are out with a new record soon, I think. So yeah, if you're interested in that sort of Americana, Petty sound, they are the cream of the crap, I guarantee it. Okay, so the next band is from Argentina. This is Svart Records in Finland, who does a fantastic job with this series. This band is called, and I'm slaughtering the name now, but Cuero with Tiempo Dispute. 70s band. They are expensive original pressings of these, and I think they are really hard to get in good condition. But Svart Records has been done a fabulous job on pressing these. They sound great, dead flat, quiet. And the Mundo Svart series that they are doing is just beautiful. And I also picked up the second one by Cuero called Crecimiento or something like that. And they do this little obi thing. Yeah, sounds great. So glad that I got those 2. So if you are into like fusion prog in mid 70s, I think 75, 76, you know that sort of sound, but a little bit more obscure. This is your bag. Okay, Benno Wiedemann. Stress, 1976, I think that this was a 78. Also part of the Mundo Svart series, and this guy was in Magma, so the French band Magma. You can imagine how this sounds a little bit, but it's much more compared to Magma's 70s stuff. This is more 80s leaning, that sort of a little bit polished digital 80s fusion sound, if you get what I mean. But great playing, fantastic record, fantastic pressing. Svart Records again. And you should ask yourself, did he buy every single one of that series? And yes, I think I did. Like, they had a sale, and I think I pick up most of the stuff actually. But Horoscope by MG Rag Panninen. This is a Finnish sort of folk psych record, also really good. Check it out. Another one that I had never heard, and it sounds so good. It's so sort of vital. And it's Peter Tosh's Equal Rights. Really good record. And I'm not a reggae guy. I don't listen to reggae or hip hop or that stuff. You know this because you watch my channel. But this, the sound of it, music on vinyl, 2 LP set, and the music fantastic. So new music-ish. This is from 2020, but it sounds like 1971. I shit you not. This is soul funk from 1971, 72, 74 maybe. Monophonics, It's Only Us, they released a bunch of different colors or stuff like that. Everyone was printed in I think like 3,000 copies each, and everyone comes with a different sort of die cut photo inside of a bicycle and stuff like that. Yeah, great record, highly recommended. And I never listen to new music, but if it sounds as good as this, I'm gonna keep on buying it. Okay, so the next one I actually got like a freebie, a bonus one, when I bought a used record from like the 70s from this guy who sort of runs a label. I don't know really how it ended up in my possession, but he sent it as a free record, a bonus record, and I ended up liking this more than the one that I actually got, and I played this more also. This is from 2002. This is called The Music of Norman Howard by School Days and the Thing, featuring or presented by Mats Gustafsson. Recorded in 2001. So it's been some years now. This is fantastic. Like really good free jazz. And you can get this still for not that much. I mean 20 euros, something like that. And it was only pressed in 750 copies, and they are still out there in rotation. I would get this like right away. I mean, you know how good the Thing is. The free jazz group, the Thing. This is that. Get it. So going back to Svart Records and the Mondo series, this is Plus with No Pisar El Infinito or something like that. Yes, I don't know how to pronounce that. Also an Argentinian band, but this is not fusion. This is heavy psych, heavy rock, heavy blues rock. And the second track, Tomame Como Soy, 4 minutes. I swear to God, it's a sleeper. It sounds like a record that should cost $2,000. You know that kind of stuff. Like the first time I heard a Leaf Hound with Freeline's Fiend, it just blew my mind. Or Fuzzy Duck. I mean, this is on the same sort of caliber or level of mind-blowing. And it's a rare record. If you want the original, I bet it's hard to get a decent copy that isn't beat to death. But it's not like, I mean, you know Leaf Hound. You can't get Leaf Hound. It's if you want the original press of Fuzzy Duck, it's, I don't know how much now, but it's really expensive. This is maybe $100-200, something like that. It's not unobtainable. That's what I want to say. And it's awesome, like really heavy, awesome. And continue on with Svart Records, but not in the Mondo sort of series. They did and have done through the years releases of Wigwam. And Wigwam is a Finnish band that came out in the 60s. I think that they had their heyday in the 70s up to this record in 1978. This, to be fair, is not their best work. But it's good. But it's more of a rock and roll sort of record. Sounds sometimes a little bit like a pub record. 1977. But it has a history, and a cool one in my opinion. This is Dark Album. Dark Album was recorded in 1976-77, something like that. And it was supposed to be released on Virgin Records in, I guess, the UK or something like that. And on Love Records in Finland. But Virgin didn't want it. They thought it was terrible and they wanted to mix it all again. So they actually went into the studio again, recorded a completely different record, different material, and that was the record that was released on Love Records in 1977. And they shelved the recording, if I did my research correct. Now, in 1987, they were going to reissue this record, but actually took the wrong tapes. So they pressed 200 copies of the lost record, but the label said, I mean, Oh Marlene and all those like songs that were released from the start, but on the actual record was the sort of forgotten one. So they took it back and they destroyed the copies, but some are in rotation, and yes, they are really, really expensive or hard to get. What Svart Records did, this is a 50th anniversary series with Wigwam. They actually put both of them in one record. So this is a 2 LP set where you have the first Dark album as it was released on the first record, and then the bonus LP, the C and D side, are the sort of the lost songs, or the lost album. And that is just so cool. Like, shit, get goosebumps. But yeah, so I got a pink version of it. It's still out there. You can still get it. And yeah, I recommend you do. Svart Records, they do a wonderful job on reissuing these records. So if you're a Psych fan, shit, come on. Yeah, mixing it up a little bit. One that has been on my want list forever, and I think on everyone's want list when it comes to Krautrock. This is Frame from 1972. I think it's 1972. Yeah, 1972. But this is a reissue from 2013. It's on Bacillus Records Bellaphone, but this is a fake label called B-Phone. I have to say, the jacket, the presentation, everything, they did a pretty good job. But the music, the pressing, the sound quality of this press, it's so bad that you just like, shit, I don't know where to begin. This sounds terrible. So much that I didn't even play the B-side. Like, I couldn't do it. Going back to Svart Records, you can count on Svart Records. This is also, I got it on sale. I have this on CD. The first time I ordered from Svart on one of those sales, I think I paid like €2 or €3 for the CD, and now they had this for like €6 or €7 on record. So now I have both the CD and the vinyl. This is Ode to Marilyn, 1973, by Edvard Vasala. Or Vesala, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. But he is a free jazz drummer, percussionist who played with Brötzmann and some other guys, you know. So you are in for a ride, let's just say that. Ode to Marilyn by Vesala, Särmilä, Hautahaua, Hankanen, and Halavasro. Yes, so all those people. So moving on in the Svart Records. Svart Records means black records, but okay, yeah. So Svart Records in Finland. Another jazz sax player. Fantastic. Shit, I say that a lot. I'm sorry. I say that a lot, but I really mean it. This is Eero Koivistonen's Things, Altered Things in 1987. Something like that. 1992. I think that this was only released on CD, but I might be mistaken. They did. This was released in 2021, 2 LP set. Eero Koivistonen went to New York, I think, and he had Randy Brecker playing on this, John Scofield, Jack DeJohnette. Great sort of, yeah, vital fusion record. Let's say that. 1992. Great. Another one, and I buy this when I see them, because often they go for pretty low sums, and sure, they don't sound as good as the classic series and the tone posts that are out now, but they don't sound bad. In my opinion, they don't sound bad. This is the 75th anniversary edition that came 5 years before the classics. And they sell for like 10, 12, 15 euro now. And this record is fantastic, and it sounds good. Like, okay, if I had a CD played on my really good CD player, it would probably sound about the same. But here I have it on vinyl, and it sounds great. Lee Morgan, Jackie McLean, Bobby Hutcherson, Bob Cranshaw, and Tony Williams. This is one of the first that went a little bit more towards the free thing in Blue Note Records. Evolution by Gresham Mansour III. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's what you get. Great. And I've shown this series before. I got it, I think, 8 months ago, something like that. And I've played it a few times. It sounds great. This is Consequences with the New York Contemporary 5. So you have Archie Shepp, Don Cherry, and John Shikai on this one. And 2 more guys. Yeah. This is a reissue series that was put out on the Japanese Audio Japan. They sound great. You have a Obi sort of thing strip here. 180 gram, dead flat, super silent, great sound quality. Limited edition, everything is just done right on this one. And then I read somewhere that this is sort of a pirate press or a bootleg, so it's not an official release. I have to verify that, because I'm super bummed if that's the case. Because it's everything that you want from this series. It was originally released in the 60s by Fontana, I think, or was Philips. Super hard to get, great artwork. I mean, look at this. They are so beautiful. So getting these as a reissue for, I think I paid like 18 euro or 20 euro for this. So not that bad. For the sound quality, I mean, shit. So I hope it's not a pirate press. Please leave me a comment if you have any information on that. 2 more Svart records, and this was, I don't understand this. This is Lauri Ainala and something in the title. This is ambient music, and it's the most ambient I've ever heard on a record. It's like, it's just, I shouldn't say noise, because it's barely even that. I can't say that this was something that I enjoyed, and I'm going to sell it. Someone else will probably enjoy it. Moving on to something much more interesting, but it falls a little bit flat, and it's the artist's fault, I think, because I hear the potential, but it's just too much. This is Alea, self-titled record, 2 LP set, thick as cardboard, and dead quiet record. Svart records again. Super good sound quality. She sings like a combination of Linda Parhax and Joni Mitchell. Let's just say that. Or maybe Judy Sill. As this is boundary of being something that if this was released in the 70s, this would be a $10,000 record, because it's that sort of mythical, almost whispering sort of performance. The songs are great. You get a good booklet with the lyrics and everything, and it's pretty long songs. The problem I have with this music, this record, is that every single track sounds the same. It's like one long ass song. There's no real diversity. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play it a few times. Maybe it's gonna grow on me, but the potential is really there. If she only did like, I don't know. So yeah, that's my opinion. 2 more to go, then I'm gonna set you free, and this is awesome. This is a collection of Eero Koivistonen's EPs that they released on, I think, 10-inch or something like that, back in the day in the 60s, 67 to 68. Also Svart Records, also Mondo Svart, and this is Koivistonen with Friends, Jappa. Complete jazz at the Polytechnicum recordings 67 to 68. And what a record this is. If you're a jazz fan, check this out. If you want the original pressings of the EPs, you have to pay up. And here you have 2 LP set by Svart. They do everything right. And I bought this, I think I bought the CD, and then on the next sale they had this for like 10 euros, something like that, and I just jumped on it right away. It's a fantastic record. So check it out, and especially if they have a sale. And the last one, again, I think that this is a Argentinian record, also on Svart or Mondo Svart. Alejandro Medina y La Pacera. Self-titled record, 1974. This is a little bit more on the psychedelic side, but it's also a great one. Not the best that Mondo has released, but it's still a very, very enjoyable, obscure sort of psych record from Argentina. How many times do you see these records and get the chance to really play them in fantastic condition? I mean, I'm really in awe of labels that does this. This is I mean, talk about doing a favor, of a cultural favor, releasing that stuff. It's just insane. So yeah, that's it. Flied through the reissues there, but I want to show them and before I file them. So have a great day, everyone, and keep those comments coming. If you have any questions and stuff like that, just write down below. I answer every single question or every single comment. So yeah, have a great day, everyone. Bye. Whoa, this is nice shit. I didn't know that this was a thing, like an end card. You can press on stuff, I guess, and see more of me and this or others. I have no idea how this works. I just listen to records and show stuff online.